Every industrial revolution brings along a learning revolution, a very famous quote by Alexander de Croo. This is true because every time we take a step, it gives us more clarity about the next step to be taken. A very fresh and warm good morning to all of you, rather good noon to everyone present here. I, Nupur, am going to be the master of ceremony for today's event. I extend my warmest welcome to each and everyone present here. And this is a very crucial day because this is going to be the stakeholders meet, and I welcome you all on behalf of the Ministry of Industries, Government of Jharkhand. Now, why am I calling this day very crucial, this conference very crucial, is because today we are going to present to you the draft of the Jharkhand Industrial Investment and Promotion Policy 2021. And your inputs and suggestions are going to help in freezing this policy. This conference is going to be equally important for all of us present here, each and everyone present here. Now, Jharkhand is one of the newest and budding states in India, and within a short span of time, it is emerging as one of the leading states when it comes to the development of industries. With your support, Jharkhand will keep growing at a pace better than before. And before we begin this conference, it is only right to welcome our dignitaries on the dais here. So first of all, please put your hands together and welcome the Honorable Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Shri Hemant Soren ji. And I request the respected Secretary, Industries, Srimati Pooja Singhal ji, to facilitate him. And for all the guests present here, I would request you to give a big hand while this is done. We welcome you all, sir. Thank you so much for gracing this occasion with your presence. Now, I request you all to welcome the respected Chief Secretary, Shri Sukhdev Singh ji, with a big hand. I once again request the respected Secretary, Industries, Srimati Pooja Singhal ji, to do this honor of welcoming him. Now, please extend a big round of applause to welcome respected Principal Secretary to Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Rajiv Arun Ekka ji. And to welcome him, I would like to invite respected Director of Industries, Shri Jitendra Kumar ji. We welcome you, sir. Now, moving on, I request all of you now to take your... So now we welcome Resident Commissioner of Jharkhand Government. We welcome you, sir. So please, now it is time to begin this day. And before we move on and start this event, we have to follow the tradition of our country. Let's start this event by offering our prayers to Ma Saraswati and conduct our customary lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Mother Saraswati, the embodiment of knowledge. Light symbolizes supreme bliss, prosperity, wisdom, knowledge, hope, and purity. We would like to request Honorable Chief Minister, sir, to do the honor. Along with him, I would like to invite the respected Chief Secretary, Shri Sukhdev Singh ji. Also the respected Principal Secretary to Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Rajiv Arun Ekka ji. Along with them, I would like to invite the respected Secretary Industries, Srimati Pooja Singhal ji, and also respected Director Industries, Shri Jitendra Kumar Singh ji, to join them. Please put your hands together as this auspicious day is being started by lighting the auspicious lamp. Everyone present here, show some energy, please. Thank you so much, sir. Please take your seats. Thank you so much once again for doing the honor. And now I would like to invite respected Director, Department of Industries, Government of Jharkhand, Shri Jitendra Kumar Singh ji for the welcome address. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause, everyone. And when I say huge, please do that.
Honorable Chief Minister, sir, respected Chief Secretary, sir, respected Principal Secretary to Honorable CM, sir, respected Secretary, Department of Industries, respected Resident Commissioner, Jharkhand Bhavan, other senior officials from the government, corporate leaders, young entrepreneurs, representatives from various trade bodies and business organizations like Federation of Indian Chamber and Commerce and Industry, Apparel Export Promotion Council, Garment Exporters and Manufacturers Association, and all other organizations present here, friends and media fraternity, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed guests, and respected invitees. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Government of Jharkhand, we are truly honored to welcome you all today in this August gathering for the stakeholders meet on the draft Jharkhand Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy 2021. First and foremost, on behalf of Department of Industries, I wish to convey the sincerest thanks and utmost regard to our Chief Minister, sir, Shri Hemant Soren, sir, for taking time out of his super busy schedule and present here for guiding and motivating us in this today's stakeholder meet in order to ensure that we have a most meaningful and sound industrial policy in the state for the coming years. The draft policy has been formulated under the constant directions, most valuable guidance, and active supervision of sir. Sir, we are highly grateful to you, sir. We are highly grateful to our respected Chief Secretary, sir, Principal Secretary, sir, and all present here for taking their precious time out from their busy schedules for this valuable stakeholders meet. With 40% of the nation's mineral reserves, Jharkhand, the mineral state of India, aims at rapid development by harnessing the location advantage with a proactive and investor-friendly industrial policy under the very dynamic, charismatic, and the truly able leadership of our most respected Honorable Chief Minister, sir. Jharkhand has a thriving economy centered around agriculture, food processing, mining and manufacturing. It has excellent land and water resources availability, which is a major attraction compared to our neighbors. Friends, I'm glad to share that the state of Jharkhand has been ranked 5th nationally in terms of ease of doing business last year, which is the highest for any state in eastern India. Jharkhand has one of the most robust single window system with simplified regulations and a facility for auto approval in the entire country. Before being hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic, investments went up by 135% in the state, while employment generation registered a growth of more than 73%. Jharkhand, in its quest to become the prime investment destination, has taken numerous steps towards institutional and regulatory reforms and has ushered in the most investor-friendly industrial policies reflecting the very progressive vision and mission of our current political leadership. The new draft industrial policy envisions the constitution of Jharkhand Investment Promotion Board under the chairmanship of Honorable Chief Minister, sir, and it will have adequate, diverse, and vibrant representations from the industry and the corporate world. The board is mandated to advise the government on the issues related to attracting investment and will be instrumental in building a positive and business-friendly environment in the state. Jharkhand is also enthusiastically eager to implement the prestigious and ambitious scheme of developing each district as an export hub in the state. There are 24 total districts in 24 districts in the state, and each district has some unique product to offer for the export. To implement the scheme effectively with utmost zeal and enthusiasm, a state-level task force has been constituted under the chairmanship of Chief Secretary, sir, and district export promotion committees have been constituted in each district. Under the new draft policy in discussion today, the state is committed to support the industries in distress. An apex body by the government is proposed to conduct the assessment and recommend the cases to asset reconstruction company. The government is proposed to ensure that it incentivizes the companies that have better turnaround. I can very confidently say that the new draft policy aims to provide one of the best incentive packages anywhere in India, anywhere in the country, and emerging Jharkhand is fully committed to ensure that your investments grow in a conducive environment, and thus we are open to any suggestions that you may have to further refine our policies. Once again, on behalf of the government of Jharkhand, I very humbly and respectfully welcome you all to this stakeholders meet, which is very valuable to us, and sincerely hope that we together can forge a mutually beneficial plan with your valuable inputs and suggestions for not only finalizing the Jharkhand Industrial Investment Promotion Policy 2021, but also for enabling us to provide an excellent and world-class investor-friendly atmosphere to the entire industrial fraternity in the state of Jharkhand. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, that has said that why we all are here. And indeed, in very brief way, he has explained the aims and objectives of this conference today. Now, moving on, I would like to invite to podium our respected Chief Secretary, Government of Jharkhand, Shri Sukhdev Singh Ji, for the inaugural address, wherein he will give you overview of state, land bank, mining, power tariff, auto cluster, and other aspects. Please put your hands together and welcome him to the podium, everyone.
Honorable Chief Minister Shri Hemant Soren Ji, distinguished business captains, stakeholders, our colleagues on the dais, Shri Rajiv Arun Ekka Ji, Principal Secretary to the Chief Minister, Resident Commissioner Masram Meena Ji, Secretary Industry Pooja Singhal Ji, Director Industry Jitendra Singh, and all other participants and friends. I am happy to be a part of this deliberation, whose sole purpose is to elicit your valuable comments and opinion on the Jharkhand Industrial Investment Promotion Policy 2021. I am grateful that all of you agreed to come at such a short notice, and that too during the times when people are reluctant to travel and participate in offline conferences, and that too in air-conditioned conference hall. We are grateful, we are indebted on behalf of the state government of Jharkhand. But I'm sure when we leave this hall, we will be enriched by your valuable comments, and we would have reasonably sold Jharkhand to you. A few days back, when my colleague Pooja Singhal came to me and suggested that she was planning such a conference, I was very excited. But believe me when I say I nearly missed my heartbeat when she said that I am expected to deliver the inaugural address. You know why? The most difficult thing, one of the most difficult things in this world is to sell something. To sell a product, to sell an idea, to sell a bunch of policies. It is one of the very difficult tasks. And this task becomes even more difficult when the people whom you intend to sell are experts who understand the nuances and pulse of the pan-India market. And it becomes even more difficult when the seller is carrying a baggage of legacy issues of political instability and a lack of continuity in policy framework. I have no hesitation in saying that ever since its birth in 2000, for nearly a decade and a half, the average lifespan of a government in Jharkhand was less than 1.5 years. So how do you expect investment to come? How do you expect the policies to continue? How do you expect the safety and security of huge investment which we seek. Not anymore. Today, we have a very stable government headed by a very young, dynamic and sensitive Chief Minister, Shri Hemant Soren ji. Unfortunately, the day he assumed charge, within 3 months, the entire country was affected by pandemic. And let me tell you that by his dynamic leadership, he earned laurels all over the country for best management of COVID during the last 7-8 months. He was worried about any Jharkhandi stranded in the remotest corner of India. If the first train ever took migrant laborers, any railway station in the country, it was destined for Jharkhand. When the first train took out and left a platform in Kota carrying the stranded students, it was destined for Jharkhand. Even the people stranded in remote corners like Leh, Ladakh, Andaman and Nicobar, if any state had the courage to lift them by aircraft, it was Jharkhand, because of his dynamic leadership and extreme sensitivity for the pain that people were going through this difficult times. So it is the same Chief Minister who is sitting in front of you to solicit your cooperation, to elicit your views on what he would like to do and how the policies of the future must be framed so that a very friendly eco-environment is set up. Since there is a detailed presentation by Secretary Industry, I would not go into the details of the policies, but I would like to give you a broad overview of 4 or 5 strengths that Jharkhand has. I mean, most of you must be knowing since you are experts, but I would broadly cover our mineral wealth, our connectivity, availability of water, ease of doing business, and then lastly, the security scenario. And I want you to have no misconceptions. People can fight a coronavirus, but you cannot fight a misinformation campaign, you cannot fight a smear campaign, and you cannot fight wrong information campaign that sometimes are launched. Jharkhand has been a victim of such misinformation campaign. Now, if we talk of mineral wealth, let me tell you to name any mineral, be it coal, iron ore, gold, uranium, it is there in Jharkhand. Most surprisingly, even the camberlite rock that is supposed to contain diamonds, they have also been discovered in 2 districts, Gumbla and Lohardaga of Jharkhand. That is our greatest strength. You won't believe 36% of the coal reservoirs of the country are in Jharkhand. 90% of the coking coal is found in Jharkhand. And if you talk of iron ore, I think we are the leader. History, the Jharkhand has played a role in the history of evolution of mankind. It is the same iron ore which smelters of this area created to usher in Iron Age in ancient civilization. Not a small contribution. We must have read of Stone Age, we had read of Copper Age, then Iron Age. Jharkhand was the one which pioneered. The iron ore of Jharkhand ushered in Iron Age in the ancient civilization, and it was the same iron ore which brought Jamshedji Tata in 1900 to board a train, get down at Kalimati railway station, where you now have a beautiful city called Jamshedpur. Then rest is history, whether it is Bokaro Steel Plant or Heavy Engineering Corporation. So we have a huge reservoir of mineral wealth. Anybody who is interested in setting up any unit based on minerals is welcome. We welcome them with warm, open hands. Now, if we come to connectivity, the general perception about Jharkhand is that it is a landlocked state. Yes, we are landlocked state. Around 22 of districts of our 24 districts are surrounded by the boundaries of other states, but we have excellent road and air connectivity. 22,000 kilometers of road network is available. 23 national highways crisscross through it. Grand Trunk Road passes through it. And even the most famous dedicated freight corridor, which we talk of these days, that is Amritsar, Kolkata, dedicated freight corridor that passes through Jharkhand. Even the latest buzz these days is navigation by water. The general perception is that if the freight is transported through water, the transportation cost will be less by 8 to 10%. Even that has started in Jharkhand. I don't know how many of you know that even Ganga, the pious Ganga river, goes through Jharkhand for a stretch of 83 kilometers, and a very, very ultra-modern, multi-modal hub for transportation of freight through river navigation has been set up in a Sahibganj district, and this will ensure very smooth movement of finished goods or raw material if you intend to import it. Even the much awaited Ganga bridge near Sahibganj has commenced the construction and is likely to be completed in the next 3 to 4 years, and we are sure this will open up the entire Jharkhand to the northeast area. So rail road connectivity is excellent. As far as air connectivity is concerned, our Ranchi airport, we have already signed an MOU with the Airport Authority of India for its expansion. Another airport at Devghar is likely to be commissioned very soon, anytime in the next couple of months. And our Chief Minister is taking very keen interest in the development of a third airport at Dhalmumghat, which is an abandoned Second World War airstrip, but which has the potential of getting developed into an airport which will go a long way in ensuring huge cargo movement from the state. We are quite in the advanced stage of going ahead with it. Some forestry clearance issues are there. We are trying to work on it, and I'm sure this will also ensure a good connectivity. Now, another two very ingredients for any industrial unit are availability of water and power. Oh, we are surplus in power. Being the coal producing state, we have a huge number of power generation plants, and one 800 megawatt plant is likely to be commissioned in a couple of months at Tandwa in Chatra district, and 4,000 megawatt power plant is in the stages of construction at Patratu. So there will be no dearth of power. If you talk of water, our state is blessed. We have 4 river basins, Ganga, Mahanadi, and then 16 sub-basins. We have a surplus river surface water to the tune of 27,000 MCM, and even our underground water is very poorly exploited. In states like Haryana and Punjab, the underground water is under great stress, but not in Jharkhand, where out of 265 odd blocks, the underground water is under stress only in 5 blocks, just 2%. The underground water has a potential of nearly 7,000 MCM water is available. So there is no dearth of water which is available for, which is required for such industrial units. And we have an excellent system of water allocation in a very, very short span of time. Anybody who comes and wishes to have water allocation for his industrial units. On the front of ease of doing business, Pooja, you correct me if I'm wrong, we have consistently stood around 5th or 6th rank all over the country in consistently for 3 to 4 years. All clearances are available online. And even we are working very hard these days to ensure reduction in burden compliance. We don't want to have a clumsy clearances. If somebody wants to set up a hospital, there are around 28 or 30 clearances he is expected to require. We plan to bring it down. We have an excellent single window system where all your clearances will be processed in a very, very meticulous and time-bound manner. And let me assure you that if anybody comes up with any suggestion of any red tapeism, we are ready to welcome it, and we will make possible changes unless it is a statutory requirement under any of the act of Government of India. So we are working on that. Now, before I talk about security, one issue I would like you draw your attention. We have a huge forest cover. Not any state, not many states can boast of 33% coverage of forest. And most of our forest is protected where villagers can pick up minor forest produce and sell it to the market. Not many of you would be knowing that we are the largest producer of lac. But we don't have any law processing unit in Jharkhand. Our Chief Minister says with a pain in his heart that our lac goes to Gujarat, bangles are made there and they are sent to Jharkhand, and we go and buy it from the market. Thousands and thousands and tons of minor forest produce of sal seed, chironji, tamarind, they are collected by villagers, but they are forced to sell in the hands of middlemen who buy at very cheap rate and take it to Calcutta and other adjoining cities. I wish if some of you are interested in the food processing unit, Jharkhand is an ideal place. And even in the case of agriculture, people talk of promoting organic agriculture, but let me tell you, the entire Jharkhand is organic agriculture, because the average uses of fertilizer NPK is roughly 92 kg per hectare, whereas in states like Punjab and Haryana it is 250 kg. So even the agriculture produce is organic, huge potential for food processing. In the last, let me assure you that contrary to the popular perception, Jharkhand is a very safe and secure state. There are no harassment of any businessman, entrepreneur, or potential investor. Yes, there are some issues of Naxalism, but that has been now left to very few selected corners in the remote rural areas. They are fighting their last battle, and the state government is committed to ensure that Jharkhand is freed from this menace. But there is absolutely no issues of any such problem in the industrial pockets that we have. We are committed to provide you very, very safe, secure, and working environment. But you may ask, if you are so blessed, why are you here? I would quote the famous Israeli author Harari, who in his book Homo Deus says that the development of a country does not depend on its resources. It depends on the capital inflow. We are here for the capital inflow, and he says capital inflow depends on three things: the legitimacy of the government, the enforceability of the contract laws, and the independence of judiciary. You all are aware of the prevailing scenario about independence of judiciary or contract laws. They are same all over the country. But let me tell you, this is a very, very legitimate, very, very sensitive, and very, very proactive government headed by our dynamic Chief Minister. We welcome you all and my best wishes. And please feel free during question answers. We would love to take any questions which would help you in removing your misconceptions. And let me tell you, we are here not to sell glass as diamond, silver as gold, or iron as silver. We want to show you the diamond after dusting dust off it and ask you, can we sharpen it more to make it brighter? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for putting everything so beautifully across to everyone present here. I think he has made that impact that why you should invest in Jharkhand. So, to elaborate on that, now we would like to move on to the heart of this conference, that is the presentation of the draft of the JIIP Policy 2021. I would like to invite respected Secretary, Department of Industries, Government of Jharkhand, Srimati Pooja Singhal ji. She will share with you the opportunities to invest in Jharkhand and most importantly, why exactly you should invest in Jharkhand. So please welcome her with a huge round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Government of Jharkhand, I welcome all of you to this conference. Honorable Chief Minister, sir, Chief Secretary, sir, Principal Secretary to CM, sir, Resident Commissioner, my team from Department of Industries, Ernst & Young, PDAG Group, Arindam, his team, and all our industry partners. First of all, I'd like to thank Chief Minister, sir. आप लोगों में से कईयों को शायद नहीं पता, हम लोगों का विधानसभा सत्र चल रहा है. The विधानसभा session is on from 25th February till 23rd of March, and all through the week from Monday to Friday we have a whole day of Vidhan Sabha sessions. ऐसे में एक ड्राफ्ट पॉलिसी के स्टेक होल्डर कॉन्फ्रेंस के डिस्कशन के लिए sparing time, getting time from the Chief Minister to fly all the way from Ranchi to Delhi to attend this stakeholder conference, to boost the morale of the industry department and to put across and to get your suggestions and elicit your opinions on the industrial policy is something which I am blessed as Secretary Industry to get from my Chief Minister. I'd like to thank him firstly at the start of this conference. My presentation is going to be in three parts. What is the strength of Jharkhand, which is broadly covered by Chief Secretary already. What is proposed in the draft Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy of 2021. And why you should invest in Jharkhand. And then we'll take your opinions. मैं एक बात बताना चाहती हूँ that generally at the stage of stakeholders conference, when we have not formulated the policy as of now, it's in the draft stage. We have come to you all the way from Ranchi because the Chief Minister insisted कि आप लोगों के सुझाव के आधार पर जिनके लिए policy बन रही है. Many a times the policies come into criticism. We are seeing that there are quite a few policies जिनका criticism ये है कि जिनके लिए बनाई गई है उनको ही वो policy पसंद नहीं है. या they say that no, this policy does not suit us. It is not as per the climate. It is not conducive to the climate and environment of the department of the sector. So we have come to you to get your opinions. Now, what are the opportunities to invest in Jharkhand? Next slide. जैसा कि चीफ सेक्रेटरी सर ने बताया, we are the leader in mineral wealth and steel production with 40% of the country's mineral wealth. We are the fifth in ease of doing business. We have close proximity to ports. We have a very vibrant business and business environment and a stable economy. And we have 19 policies I've listed out where you can reach out for those policies which are focused on investor and investment promotion. जैसा कि मैंने कहा, first stakeholder conference we are doing today because our Chief Minister was very keen that he meets you, he gets your, and all of your suggestions. I cannot promise that we are going to incorporate all of them, but we are going to note them down, we are going to take them very seriously, we are going to weigh them, and as far as possible, we promise you that we'll deliver one of the most progressive and a positive policy to you. We have three major industrial corridors, the Amritsar-Delhi Kolkata Industrial Corridor, the Ranchi-Patratu-Ramgarh Industrial Corridor, and the Kodarma-Bhegora Industrial Corridor. Next slide, please. As Chief Secretary Sir has already mentioned, we have a very dynamic leadership under our Chief Minister, sir. We have progressive policies. We have an industrial heritage. Jamshedpur, and we are also home to India's first integrated steel plant set up in 1907. And we have a very resourceful geography. Jharkhand, as you know, is a land of mines and minerals. हम लोग देश में नंबर 1 है. Iron ore, uranium, coal, mica and asbestos may, number 2 in chromite, number 3 in copper bauxite, thorium and kyanite. And also, we share 40% of the entire mineral wealth, and also the breakup is given. Now, why would you like to invest in Jharkhand? We have developed industrial parks. I'll mention all the parks of different sectors. We have a world-class civic infrastructure, investor-friendly policies, skilled manpower is available. We've got very high rank in ease of doing business. And now under the compliance, reducing compliance burden, we are going to reduce as many as 300 compliance burdens at various levels across sectors, be it law, be it energy, be it water resource and others. अब हमारे इंडस्ट्रियल रीजन्स कौन कौन से हैं? वी हैव नाउ एन इंडस्ट्रियल बॉडी, a master body called Jharkhand Industrial Area Development Authority, of which I am the MD. There are 4 industrial areas: Ranchi, Bokaro, Santhal Pargana and Adityapur industrial area. We have 9,900 acres का land bank available, 2,000 land available, जिसमें से लगभग 2,000 एकड़ का ready land for allocation. Now we also have, CM sir का vision है that हमारे पास sectoral parks होने चाहिए instead of having SEZs which cater to everything under the sky. We have a farmer park. It is already ready for auction. The farmer park is 35 acres. It is very much in Ranchi, in the capital, just about 20 kilometers from the headquarters. The farmer park has 55 plots, including micro, small, medium and large. And the farmer park has utilities, infrastructure, common facilities, and very close to the nearest port, which is Haldia and Paradeep. We have a plastic park. The plastic park is in Devghar. The plastic park is again 93 acres, ready for allocation, 111 plots. We have the roads, open spaces, utilities marked, industrial plots marked, and micro, mini, small, medium and large plots can be allocated. Now I'll come to one of the major parks which we have. We have a functional electronic manufacturing cluster. Now in today's time, and especially post in this COVID pandemic time, the EMC is an integrated township which we have. It is in just about 5-10 kilometers from Jamshedpur in a place called Adityapur. The electronic manufacturing cluster is almost an 82 acre plot. We have 92 flatted factories available which are already made. We'll share a small video also. You can just plug and play and start your manufacturing. We also have 29 plots available in the EMC of different sizes between 1, 2 and even larger. The electronic manufacturing cluster is something which we would like all of you to have a greater and detailed look at and look forward towards your cooperation into making our EMC an actually vibrant place. We have a leather park in Dhanbad, 34 acres with 46 plots ready for auction. Next slide. Just leave this. Skip please. आगे. Now, जो आज का stakeholder conference का main thrust है, what is our upcoming Jharkhand Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy और उसके क्या highlights हैं? The vision of our Chief Minister is that in 5 years of this policy period, हम लोग 5 लाख का employment generation कर लेंगे, and we are looking at an investment of almost about 1 lakh crore in Jharkhand in the various sectors. We have 5 high priority sectors and other priority sectors which I'll come to soon. This will be our pathway for Jharkhand's economic revival post-COVID, focus on employment generation and entrepreneurship, revival of SIC units and development of an industrial ecosystem. Other than what is mentioned in the presentation, there are 3 organizations which are going to come during this policy period. One is Jharkhand Investor Promotion Board, in which investment promotion will be targeted through a particular board for all your clearances and for investment promotion. Second will be Asset Reconstruction Corporation, in which if there are SIC units, we are identifying SIC units, large and small, both categories, and then we are going to go into how we can start the revival of these industries. Are there land issues? Are there labor issues? Are there electrical issues? Are there bank loan issues? How we can restructure those SIC units? That is going to be the second major focus of the government. And the third is going to be the SIC Export Promotion Councils. I'll come to that in detail. Now, what are the focus sectors? We have 5 high priority sectors: textile and apparels, automobiles, including electrical vehicles, agro-food and meat processing, pharmaceuticals, and ESDM. Next slide. Textile and apparels. Most of you present here are already those who have invested in Jharkhand in the textile sector. We have a beautiful textile policy which is still in force. Jharkhand mein, CM sir in his speech will also cover that in detail. Silk in the state is almost 1200 metric ton. We produce 1200 metric ton of silk. The Jharcraft stall here, during the lunchtime you can have a look, showcases our intrinsic silk quality. We have employment of almost about 1.8 lakh people in the silk sector. We have 162 primary weavers cooperative societies, and we have a state-of-the-art silk park at Ranchi. Most of you sitting here are already aware, Arvind Mills, Matrix Closing, Surya Logistics, Orient Craft have already invested there. Now, what is the highlight of that of that textile policy which is still in place and which will be incorporated into this policy as well? We give the land at 50% of land price, and that too you have to pay in 10 equal installments over 5 years. It is the only policy in which we are giving a labor payment also, and we give to the Jharkhand domicile skill payment. We are also planning to cap it a little higher. Interest subsidy, power tariff, 50% subsidy for 7 years, and GST and electricity duty. Already textile में 282 करोड़ का investment झारखंड में committed है. कुछ का इसी महीने उद्घाटन होने वाला है. Some of you are already working with us to employ our migrant laborers. 10,000 से ज्यादा लोगों को इसमें एम्प्लॉयमेंट दिया जा चुका है, और एक मेगा जॉब फेयर हम लोग मार्च के एंड में करेंगे विद आवर टेक्सटाइल पार्टनर्स, इन विच वी आर एमिंग एट गिविंग जॉब्स टू ऑलमोस्ट अबाउट 2,000 पीपल and 138 acres we have allotted. The second high priority sector will be automobile, auto components and electrical vehicles. CM sir का focus है that since the entire world is moving towards electrical vehicles, हम लोग भी electric vehicles की तरफ ध्यान दें. Electric vehicles का not just production, assembling also, spare parts and any ancillary unit related to EVs. Jharkhand mein automobile industry giants like Tata already exist. There are 800 auto ancillary and auto component units in Jamshedpur and Adityapur, which are twin cities just next to each other. There are almost 70,000 people employed in the automobile sector, and there's an abundant supply of steel from Bokaro and Jamshedpur steel plants. We have a very attractive auto and auto component policy. This policy will also incorporate the major positive points from there. We give a 50% capital subsidy upfront for common infrastructure facilities, 75 to 80% incentives on GST with a cap of 150% of FCI, patent registration cost, quality certification cost, electricity duty, stamp duty, transfer levy and marketing incentives as per export policy. I'm going to mention the export policy in the next slides. We have a very vibrant Adityapur auto cluster already in place. It is a movement by Adityapur Small Industrial Association, and there's an SPV which is called AAC. In the Adityapur auto cluster, there are more than 800 enterprises. I welcome all of you to visit our auto cluster and see what mega work is being done in the automobile sector. And now we intend to move into the EV segment. Our next high priority sector is going to be agro, food and meat processing. We have identified one district, one product. Which product is going to be the highlight of that district, but doesn't mean that's the only product we are going to push. Jharkhand mein tomato mein number 2, peas mein number 5th, beans or matar mein number 5, cabbage, okra or cauliflower mein number 6. This is our all India rank. 175 se zyada minor forest produce is found in Jharkhand. We have a first of its kind agriculture single window system, and we have a very attractive food processing policy coming up, which I'm going to share separately with you. हम लोग क्या इसमें incentives देंगे? Food processing, agro sector and meat processing में, which is the focus of our Chief Minister. कोई भी डेवलप एंड मॉडर्नाइज करते हैं या एक्सपेंशन डाइवर्सिफिकेशन करते हैं फूड एंड फीड प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट का, तो दे विल गेट प्लांट एंड मशीनरी एंड टेक्निकल सिविल वर्क का 35 to 45% का फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस अपफ्रंट. कोल्ड चेन के लिए 35 to 50% का ऑन बैंक अप्रेज्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स. मेगा प्रोजेक्ट अगर कोई डेवलप करते हैं तो 50 to 75% ऑन बैंक अप्रेज्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स दे विल अगेन गेट देयर सब्सिडीज. इन्वेस्टमेंट मेड अभी तक इन दिस सेक्टर इज 551 crores and there are 79 units which are already functional. मगर इस सेक्टर में we would invite a lot of people to come in, and if you want to give suggestions on how we can make it more vibrant, we are ready to welcome that. Pharmaceuticals, a huge pharma park, I told in the initial slide, is already up for auction in Ranchi. We are going to start the plots, mapping and allocation very soon. In pharmaceutical sector, we are proposing a 25% capital subsidy up to 30 crores, interest subsidy of 5% up to 1 crore, stamp duty mein 100% exemption, SGST 80% exemption for 5 years up to 100% of FCI, patent registration 50% up to 10 lakhs, and quality certification. अगर कोई भी pharma giants, if you know, and there are more people who are interested in pharma giants who want to invest in Jharkhand, we are ready to even help them get better land and better prices. ESDM, there are 3 ESDM hubs. One is in Ranchi, Jamshedpur, and then in Dhanbad. We have very attractive Jharkhand ESDM policy. The electronic manufacturing cluster, जैसे मैंने बताया, 83 acres का है. We provide transport subsidy, income tax reimbursement within 5 calendar years, capital and investment reimbursement 10% on plant and machinery, building, testing, tools, equipment, interest reimbursement, technology acquisition, stamp duty registration, and all the things are listed here. For the startup ecosystem, we have a mandate from our Chief Minister कि startups को encourage किया जाए, incubation centers को encourage किया जाए, और जो लोग छोटा छोटा काम या बड़ा काम अगर अपने से करके अपनी सोच से करना चाहते हैं, उन्हें सरकार हेल्प करे. झारखंड की डेडिकेटेड स्टार्टअप पॉलिसी है. 15,000 स्क्वायर फीट का स्टेट एंड सेंट्रल इंक्यूबेशन लैब है. We have an aspiring leader status by Department of DPIIT from Government of India. 150 से ज्यादा रजिस्टर्ड स्टार्टअप्स हैं, 250 प्लस टोटल इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर्स, एंड ऑलमोस्ट more than 2 lakh square feet of incubation space in 5 incubation centers. अभी तक हम लोग 10 से ज्यादा बूट कैंप्स लगा चुके, 300 से ज्यादा वर्कशॉप्स कर चुके, एंड 22 स्टार्टअप्स को प्रोटोटाइप डेवलपमेंट ग्रांट दिया गया, बट इट इज अ वेरी स्मॉल नंबर. दिस ईयर वी वांट कि स्टार्टअप्स का साल हो, हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा स्टार्टअप्स को प्रमोट कर सकें, स्पेशली इन दी स्मॉलर सेक्टर्स, इन दी MSME सेक्टर्स एंड इन incubations. If any of you is interested, then the priority of the government is going to be as follows: VAT, GST 100% reimbursement, patent filing 100% reimbursement, stamp duty 100% reimbursement, electricity bills में 30% reimbursement, the cap of 60,000 per annum, lease rentals 30% reimbursement of amount paid up to a cap of 60,000 per annum, and municipal duties में 3 year का moratorium. I think it is a very, very, very progressive startup policy. Logistics and warehousing, 2 बड़े लॉजिस्टिक्स पार्क हम लोगों के आने वाले हैं. एक, जैसा CS सर ने बताया कि एक दालभूमगढ़ में एयर स्ट्रिप है जो कि वर्ल्ड वॉर 2 की अबैंडन एयर स्ट्रिप है, उसके पास में ही 300 एकड़ का ह्यूज लॉजिस्टिक्स पार्क विच गिव्स यू एक्सेस टू ओडिशा, गिव्स यू एक्सेस टू कैलकाटा, गिव्स यू एक्सेस टू नॉर्थ ईस्ट एंड ऑल्सो टू हल्दिया पारादीप, दोनों ही जगह से. और एक लगभग 300 एकड़ का, और एक दूसरा हम लोगों का logistics park on the GT road somewhere near Hazaribagh, so that you can access the entire GT road ka 500 kilometers on all 4 sides and get all your products quickly into logistics and warehousing. We'll give a capital interest subsidy of 5% per annum for 5 years up to a cap of 10 crores. Infrastructure interest subsidy again of 5% per annum, stamp duty 100% reimbursement, and a quality certification 50% up to 1.5 lakhs. There are going to be focus sectors. I'm going to list out. Education is Chief Minister's mega focus this year. Education and healthcare more importantly. हम लोगों के यहाँ अपनी यूनिवर्सिटीज, ब्रेन ड्रेन विच इज हैपनिंग नॉट जस्ट आउटसाइड ऑफ इंडिया, बट हमारे यहाँ से भी बहुत से स्टूडेंट्स दे गो टू बैंगलोर टू स्टडी. हम लोग अपने यहाँ मेडिकल कॉलेजेस, इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस एंड प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटीज, ये पहले से भी प्रोवाइडेड था, बट आई वाज सरप्राइज्ड व्हेन सेक्रेटरी हायर एजुकेशन टोल्ड मी दैट मेनी यूनिवर्सिटी पीपल डू नॉट नो दैट झारखंड इज गिविंग दिस. मैं आपको बताना चाहती हूँ, अगर आप हमारे यहाँ मेडिकल कॉलेज लगाते हैं या इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज लगाते हैं या प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटी आती है, तो हमारी पॉलिसी विगत 10 वर्ष से कह रही थी, बीच में डिसकंटिन्यूड हुआ, कि 25% सब्सिडी ऑफ योर कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट अप टू 25 करोड़ वी विल बी गिविंग, 5% interest subsidy for 5 years, and 100% exemption of stamp duty. The government is focusing on promoting higher education, integrating skill development. So I would request all of you to come into this sector. Similarly, healthcare, these incentives have been provided. We are going to encourage more upscaling of our telemedicine, of our PHC, CHCs. For any hospital, medical college का मैंने पहले ही बताया. For super speciality hospitals with an investment of more than 50 crores और जो कम से कम 150 बेड के हों, उन्हें भी 25% का capital incentive with a cap of 20 crores दिया जाएगा. Third priority sector is tourism. टूरिज्म में ये 12 crores इज रॉन्गली रिटन, 10 crores. अगर कोई कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट करता है तो 30% ऑफ योर होटल कॉस्ट का अप टू 10 crores वी आर गोइंग टू रिइंबर्स. इंटरेस्ट सब्सिडी, स्टैंप ड्यूटी, एम्प्लॉयमेंट इंसेंटिव, SGST एंड पावर टैरिफ. ITES में जो भी मेगा IT यूनिट आती है उसको इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ड्यूटी से 5 years का एग्जेम्पशन. एक्सपेंशन के लिए 5 से 50 करोड़ के बीच का अगर आप इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं और आपके यहाँ 100 से ज्यादा लोग होते हैं तो आपको CPIS का लाभ मिलेगा. You will get a recruitment incentive of 2.5 lakh per person for up to 50 people one time and 100% reimbursement of registration fee and lease rentals. नामकुम में एक हमारा 40,000 स्क्वायर फीट का प्लग एंड प्ले का IT पार्क भी आ रहा है. रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी में झारखंड स्टेट सोलर पावर पॉलिसी, 50% इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ड्यूटी फॉर अ पीरियड ऑफ 10 years. जो भी मेगा प्रोजेक्ट जिनका इन्वेस्टमेंट 100 करोड़ से ऊपर का होगा उनको कैप्टिव पावर प्लांट अलाउ किया जाएगा. इक्विपमेंट परचेज फॉर इंस्टॉलेशन ऑफ सोलर प्लांट्स आर exempted फ्रॉम द पेमेंट ऑफ GST, SGST that is. Grant of 4% of wheeling charges for power generated from solar power project and a cross subsidy surcharge will be exempted for third party sale. ये ज्यादातर पॉलिसीज ऑलरेडी अलग अलग विभागों के उसमें मेंशन्ड है. मैं अपने प्रेजेंटेशन में इसलिए लेके आई हूं क्योंकि मुझे कई विभागीय सचिवों ने बताया कि ऊर्जा की पॉलिसी, नगर विकास की पॉलिसी, हेल्थ की पॉलिसी, हायर एजुकेशन की पॉलिसी इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट्स को पता ही नहीं है जिन्हें इन्वेस्टमेंट करनी है. तो मैंने इसमें आपको जो ब्रोशर दिया है उसमें लिखा है कि ये वर्तमान में किस पॉलिसी में से ये लिखा हुआ है जहां से लेके हमने दिया है. ऑल ऑफ दिस इज ऑलरेडी मेंशन्ड इन पॉलिसीज ऑफ डिफरेंट स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट्स. Light and medium engineering, capital incentive 25% for new units up to 30 crores, interest subsidy, stamp duty, everything is mentioned like the earlier ones. Now what is going to be the development of industrial ecosystem? We'll encourage FDI, forge and institutionalize technical collaboration with overseas corporations. We'll encourage clean and green technologies and non-conventional energy. We are going to support industrial finance through industrial credit plans through district level and state level bankers committee. हम लोगों के पास we are going to go massively in GIADA to expand our land banks because industrialists का पहला इशू होता है झारखंड में कि लैंड अवेलेबल नहीं है. हमारे पास ऑलरेडी 2000 एकड़ का आ गया. हम मेगा पार्क्स को बनाएंगे ताकि आप लोगों को लैंड लेने की इशू नहीं हो. और 6 यूनिट्स के रिवाइवल के लिए भी प्लान किया जाएगा. इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क डेवलपमेंट में 50% ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट कास्ट विद अ कैप ऑफ 10 crores विल बी प्रोवाइडेड. Logistics infrastructure, gas pipeline and everything we are going to improve. Water supply, telecommunication, for exports, everything Chief Secretary Sir has already covered. Now under the industrial infrastructure, SEZ, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के आदेश पे we are going to develop for export oriented parks जिनके products only for export होंगे. Industrial corridors और भी बनाए जाएंगे and more clusters focused on different priority sector. 6 units का रिवाइवल इज इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ दिस पॉलिसी. इट डजंट रियली कंसर्न यू, लेकिन जब हम इसी तरह की कॉन्फ्रेंस नेक्स्ट वीक झारखंड में करेंगे अपने ऑलरेडी इन्वेस्टेड इन्वेस्टर्स के साथ में जिन्होंने झारखंड में पैसा लगाया हुआ है, तो क्या अगर उनकी यूनिट सिक हो गई है, व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी आवर रिकवरी मेजर, व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी आवर डायग्नोस्टिक मेजर. सो नाउ जस्ट टू रिकैपिटुलेट क्या हमारी पॉलिसीज हैं इन दिस प्रपोजल. कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट सब्सिडी, स्टैंप ड्यूटी, क्वालिटी रजिस्ट्रेशन, GST, पेटेंट एंड इंटरेस्ट सब्सिडी. Categories are already mentioned. We have divided it into, next slide, into MSME, large, mega and ultra large. It is already mentioned कि किसको कहाँ तक जाएंगे. एक और खास चीज जो इस पॉलिसी में होगी, just skip into the last slide, is that we are going to focus on anchor units. हर एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट में अगर 2 जो पहली एंकर यूनिट्स आएंगी उन्हें हम 5% एडिशनल कैपिटल सब्सिडी देंगे एंड एन अर्ली बर्ड सब्सिडी. हर एक सेक्टर में those who put their plant in the initial 2 years of the policy will get an additional 10% capital subsidy. मैं इस चीज को before I end my presentation, this is the last slide, दोबारा दोहराना चाहती हूँ कि बाकी सब पॉलिसी से इस पॉलिसी में 2 नई चीजें एक्स्ट्रा हैं. एंकर यूनिट अगर आप लगाते हैं 5% एडिशनल आपको मिलेगा, और अगर आप शुरू के 2 साल में लगा लेते हैं अपनी इंडस्ट्री पॉलिसी के, then you'll get an additional 10% capital subsidy. I conclude with thanking our Chief Minister profusely for all his time, for all his attention, and for all the motivation he has given to the industry department. Many a times, the bureaucracy suffers with the baggage that you do not have the political mandate to sell what you're trying to sell. But his presence here has boosted our morale, and I thank our Chief Minister, and I thank all of you that despite the COVID pandemic, you have come for this offline conference, and I welcome you all for giving very candid suggestions, which I promise I'll try my best to accommodate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Well, where else would you go when you find everything at one place, and that is the state of Jharkhand? So I think very comprehensively, she's given us a holistic picture of why you should invest in Jharkhand. With that, she's noted down very important points. Generally, what happens is a policy is created and it is given to the people who are concerned with that policy. But here, the government of Jharkhand, the Ministry of Industry, has taken this initiative to take you in loop while they are framing this policy. So a big hand for this initiative of government of Jharkhand, the Ministry of Industry. And now, it's time for the presidential address by the Honorable Chief Minister of Jharkhand. I would like to invite you to the podium, sir. So please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
यहाँ उपस्थित सभी गण्यमान्य अतिथिगण, सभी को जोहार, नमस्कार, गुड आफ्टरनून। हमारे साथ मंच में बैठे हमारे मुख्य सचिव, प्रधान सचिव, उद्योग सचिव, हमारे रेसिडेंशियल कमिश्नर साहब, यहाँ उपस्थित सभी पत्रकार मित्रों और विशेषकर आज के इस औद्योगिक क्षेत्र में विचार करने हेतु यहाँ उपस्थित सभी सम्मानित सदस्यगण, आप सब लोगों का हार्दिक स्वागत है। और बहुत शॉर्ट नोटिस पर पहुंचने के लिए भी मैं आपका शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं। हमारे राज्य में बजट का सत्र चल रहा है। इसी बीच उद्योग विभाग की तरफ से स्टेक होल्डर कॉन्फ्रेंस का कार्यक्रम देश की राजधानी में आयोजित हुई है और इस व्यस्तम कार्यक्रम में इस कार्यक्रम का आयोजित होना निश्चित रूप से कई मायने के साथ हम यहां आपके बीच में आए हैं। कुछ दिनों में हमारा बजट सत्र समाप्त होगा, नए साल की शुरुआत करेंगे। बीते साल 19-20 में चूंकि पूरा देश पेंडेमिक के सिचुएशन से परेशान था और उन परेशानियों को आप सभी लोगों ने महसूस भी किया है, पूरे देश ने महसूस किया है। और अब जब धीरे धीरे जीवन सामान्य की ओर जा रही है, तो इस समय के साथ हमारी सरकार ने राज्य में उद्योगों को प्रोत्साहन देने हेतु कई विचार मंथन किए हैं, जो आपके समक्ष हमारे उद्योग सचिव जी ने कुछ बातों को रखा, मुख्य सचिव जी ने बहुत विस्तृत रूप में बातों को रखा हमारे राज्य के विषय में। और चूंकि आज की इस स्टेक होल्डर कॉन्फ्रेंस में मैं कोई विशेष आमंत्रित सदस्य नहीं हूं, मैंने खुद को आमंत्रित किया है यहां पर। और वो इसलिए क्योंकि ये शुरुआत ये थी, विभाग का शायद कहना या सोचना ये है कि जब बहुत मेगा कार्यक्रम का आयोजन होगा, अभी ये लोग प्रिलिमिनरी स्टेज में ये सब स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, जब चीजें मैच्योर स्थिति में होगी तब आप जाएं तो अच्छा होगा। क्योंकि मैं थोड़ा सा कोई भी काम करता हूं तो उस काम को खुद से देखने का, समझने का कोशिश भी करता हूं। और इसलिए इस व्यस्तम कार्यक्रम में भी मैं आपके बीच हूं, आपकी बातें सुनने के लिए, आपकी सुझाव सुनने के लिए, क्योंकि मैं चाहता हूं कि हमारे राज्य में आने वाले समय कुछ ऐसे लकीरें खींची जाए, कुछ ऐसी व्यवस्थाएं स्थापित की जाए जिससे आपके साथ साथ झारखंड को मिले, झारखंड के लोगों को मिले, झारखंड के आंतरिक संसाधनों के विषय में हमारे मुख्य सचिव जी ने बहुत विस्तृत रूप में बातें कही हैं। क्या पॉजिटिव है, क्या नेगेटिव है, क्या लॉजिस्टिक्स हैं, क्या फैसिलिटीज हैं, सभी चीजें आपके समक्ष रखा है। हमारी नई पॉलिसीज आनी हैं, जो कुछ आपके सामने रखा गया है, इसको फाइनल शेप देने के लिए आप लोगों से एक सलाह आवश्यक हमें प्रतीत हुई है। इसको लेकर आज यहां हम लोग हैं। किसी भी राज्य और देश को विकास करने के लिए जो आवश्यक चीजें होती हैं, लगभग वो सभी आवश्यक चीजें हमारे राज्य में पहले से ही मौजूद है। मैं नहीं समझ सकता हूं कि हमारे राज्य में किसी चीज की कमी है, किसी भी उद्योग को स्थापित करने के लिए। हमारे पास कमी है तो मात्र एक ही कमी है, वो है जो हमारे पास चीजें हैं उसको तराशने का व्यवस्था, उसका वैल्यू एडिशन कैसे हो। हमारे पास हीरा है, लेकिन हीरा कटिंग करने का, उसको तराशने का हमारे पास व्यवस्था नहीं। हमारे राज्य में जो चीजें, जो संसाधन है हमारे पास, हम उसका वैल्यू एडिशन कर पाए तो हमारे राज्य की जो आंतरिक स्रोत का जो भंडार है, उससे राज्य को देश के अग्रणी राज्य में खड़ा किया जा सकता है। और इसमें आप सब लोगों की एक अहम और बड़ी भूमिका मुझे लगता है। हमारे क्षेत्र में झारखंड प्रदेश में खनिज संपदाओं के बारे में तो इसकी अलग पहचान है ही, और कमोबेश आजादी भारत के बाद, उससे पहले से हमारे इस प्रदेश में खनिज संपदाओं के इर्द गिर्द ही बहुत सारी चर्चाएं हुई, बहुत सारी योजनाएं बने, बड़े बड़े उद्योग लगे। कभी इस देश को टाटा बिरला के नाम से जाना जाता रहा है। वो टाटा बिरला हमारे ही राज्य में से इनका जन्म हुआ और आज दुनिया के गिने चुने उद्योग घरानों में से हैं। एशिया का सबसे बड़ा स्टील उद्योग हमारे ही राज्य में लगा। मुझे लगता है कई ऐसे प्रतिष्ठानें हैं जो हमारे ही राज्य से लोगों ने शुरुआत किया, चाहे हेवी इंजीनियरिंग कॉरपोरेशन हो, चाहे टाटा स्टील हो, चाहे बोकारो स्टील प्लांट हो, यहां तक कि किसानों के लिए खाद बनाने की जो फर्टिलाइजर फैक्ट्री है, वो भी हमारे ही स्टेट में पहली बार झारखंड में बना था। और मुझे लगता है किसी चीज का एक टाइम बॉन्ड होता है, एक समय होता है, उस समय के बाद उसको उसकी ग्राफ नीचे होना तय है। इसके लिए हमें निरंतर इस बार नजर रखनी होती है कि किन किन सेक्टरों में किन किन तरीके से उतार चढ़ाव हो रहे हैं, इनकी वजह क्या है, सरकार की पॉलिसीज है या कोई और कारण है। हमारे फर्टिलाइजर फैक्ट्री में हजारों एकड़ जमीनें थी। अभी भारत सरकार ने मिशन मोड पर एक कार्यक्रम को लिया है, अभी वो फिर से उसको रिवाइव किया जा रहा है। हम लोग भी लगे हैं कि तेजी से वो अपने वास्तविक स्थिति में आए, प्रोडक्शन की स्थिति में आए, और उसकी मॉनिटरिंग भी लगातार हो रही है। इसी तरीके से हम लोग भी, माइंस मिनरल्स तो हमारा कोर सेक्टर है ही, इसके अलावा हम लोग थोड़ा सा उससे अलग हट करके और उद्योगों की तरफ हम जा रहे हैं। जैसे कि मैडम ने कहा है कि हम लोग एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में भी जा रहे हैं, मोटर व्हीकल्स में भी जा रहे हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की ओर जा रहे हैं। ये सारी चीजें, कई छोटे छोटे और कंपोनेंट्स हैं, इस और हम जा रहे हैं जो पहले मुझे लगता है कि बहुत ज्यादा माइंस मिनरल्स के अलावा हट के कभी सोचा गया है। अभी थोड़ा इस विषय पर काफी थ्रस्ट के साथ हम काम कर रहे हैं। हम प्राकृतिक संसाधनों में खनिज संपदाओं से ही सिर्फ भरे पड़े नहीं है, बल्कि हमारे पास नेचुरल ब्यूटीज भी हैं। हमारे पास खूबसूरत टूरिज्म के अनेकों क्षेत्र हैं। हम लोग उस दिशा में भी बहुत तेजी से अभी आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। अभी यहां पर स्टेक होल्डर कॉन्फ्रेंस में जो चीजें रखी गई है, माइंस मिनरल्स के अलावा एग्रीकल्चर, फूड प्रोसेसिंग, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, फार्मास्यूटिकल्स, इन सब चीजों पर एक और चीज इसमें मुझे लगता है छूटा है, क्योंकि मैं चीजों को लगातार देखता हूं और हर बार कुछ ना कुछ नया, क्योंकि हमारा झारखंड प्रदेश कहा जा सकता है एक वर्जिन एरिया रहा है हर चीजों में। इसका कभी भी कोई उस पर काम नहीं किया गया, और वो है हमारे राज्य में और हमारे राज्य के नौजवानों के अंदर छुपी एक, कहा जा सकता है, कौशल खेलों के क्षेत्र में हमारे यहां बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर खिलाड़ियों का भंडार भी है। हम स्पोर्ट्स क्षेत्र में भी इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं। हमारे यहां फुटबॉल बहुत प्रचलित है। हमारे देश के हॉकी खिलाड़ियों में 7 बच्चों से अधिक प्लेयर्स हमारे राज्य से आते हैं। आप हॉकी के इंडस्ट्री में भी इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं। कई ऐसी खेल का क्षेत्र है जहां स्पोर्ट्स पर भी हम वहां इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं और वहां उसको बढ़ा भी सकते हैं। हमारा प्रदेश एक ऐसे जगह अवस्थित है जहां से हम 2-2, 3-3 जल मार्ग के रास्ते से भी व्यापार कर सकते हैं, जो हमारे पोर्ट नियरेस्ट है। बंगाल में हल्दिया है, जो लगभग 250 किलोमीटर दूर हमारे हेडक्वार्टर से है, रांची से, राजधानी से है। पारादीप है लगभग 400 किलोमीटर। साहेबगंज है जो अभी नया नया बना है, वो 350 किलोमीटर है। अभी एयर कार्गो के लिए भी एक हम जगह चिन्हित कर चुके हैं। उसकी भी क्या संभावनाएं हैं ये तलाशी जा रही हैं और उसको डेवलप करने की दिशा में भी हम लोग आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। हमारे पास कमी मुझे लगता है किसी चीज की नहीं है, बस थोड़ी सी इच्छा शक्ति की आवश्यकता है। आपको देखकर आश्चर्य होगा कि आज आपके समक्ष खड़ा हूं और जो मैंने बंडी पहनी है ये हमारे झारखंड प्रदेश के महिलाओं के द्वारा बनाई गई ये बंडी। थोड़ा सा हो सकता है टेढ़ा मेढ़ा हो, डिजाइनर ने नहीं बनाया है वैसा। यहाँ पर जो बड़े बड़े डिजाइनर्स होते हैं, हमारे लोकल डिजाइनरों ने इसको बनाया है। इसको थोड़ा सा रिफर्निशिंग किया जाए तो और बेहतर हो सकता है। और मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूं, आप सुझाव दें, अपने आइडियाज शेयर करें और जहां आपको कोई दिक्कत लगेगी, मैं आपको आश्वस्त करता हूं, सरकार पूरी तरीके से आपके साथ खड़ी है। हम खड़े होकर आपके उद्योग लगाएंगे ताकि आप सब लोग निर्भीक होकर के अपने काम कर सकें, किसी का भी कोई संकोच ना हो। हमारे पास पानी है, हमारे पास बिजली है, हमारे पास जमीन है, हमारे पास मैन पावर है। लाखों लोग इस पेंडेमिक के सिचुएशन में ही पूरे देश के लोगों को लगा कि किन किन राज्यों से कहां कहां लोग रोजगार की तलाश में जाते हैं। शायद किसी राज्य को पता होगा कि किसी के राज्य से कितने लोग कहां कहां जाते हैं। हमें भी पहली बार पता चला। लगभग 8 से 10 लाख लोग तो रजिस्टर्ड, मतलब हमारे रजिस्टर में रजिस्टर्ड हुए हैं। अनऑफिशियली कितने गए हैं, कितने आए हैं, तो झारखंड, बिहार, बंगाल, उड़ीसा, इन सब जगह पर मैन पावरों की भी एक बड़ी भंडार है। हम बगल में बांग्लादेश को भी जोड़ते हैं, बहुत करीब से हैं। इधर भूटान, इधर नॉर्थ ईस्ट की और हम लोग बहुत करीब हैं। तो हम लोग बहुत चीजों में बहुत आसानी से, बहुत सहूलियत तरीके से हम लोग व्यापार के क्षेत्र में भी आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। तो इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि बहुत चीजें जो तकनीकी विषय हैं, जो आपको जानने की इच्छा आप रखते हैं, सवाल आप पूछना चाहते हैं, निश्चित रूप से हमारे साथ पदाधिकारी लोग, अभी तो बहुत कम लोग आए हैं, मुझे लगता है कि आप लोगों की सहमति बनेगी। आप लोगों की उत्सुकता के साथ, आप लोगों की जब चीजें, आप लोग भी संतुष्ट होंगे, तब हर एक क्षेत्र के पदाधिकारी, हर एक विभाग के पदाधिकारियों के साथ भी हम लोग एक बड़ा समारोह के साथ राज्य को एक विकास के पथ पर आगे ले जाने के लिए आप लोगों की भूमिका सुनिश्चित करेंगे। इन्हीं बातों को के साथ मैं अपनी बातों को समाप्त करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया, जोहार।
आप सबने तालियां तो बजा दी, लेकिन मैं एक बार फिर से जोरदार तालियां चाहूंगी माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के लिए, क्योंकि एक अच्छा लीडर वो माना जाता है जो अपनी टीम के साथ खड़ा हो, चाहे टीम कहीं भी हो। और उन्होंने ये बात साबित की है यहां आज मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ टूरिज्म के साथ आकर। तो एक बार फिर से जोरदार तालियां, वो एनर्जी और वो जोश हमें भी बनना चाहिए, जो जिस जोश के साथ मिनिस्टर सर यहां पर आए हैं, हमारे ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर जी। And now I saw you jotting down certain questions while the presentation was being made, and I hope you all are ready with your questions too, because the government is all set to answer those questions, and that is the major agenda of this conference today, so that they can listen to you about your queries, your suggestions, not just queries, but your suggestions to improve this policy for the betterment of the government, the Ministry of Tourism, the state, as well as you who are the investors here. And